Hello, Sarah. My name is Lewis, and I help real estate agents increase revenue and the amount of clients that they work with every month through digital marketing services. Now, the reason why I made this video for you, Sarah, is I would like to share with you some of the ways that I can make you more money today. But before I do that, I'd like to introduce myself and share with you some of my background to give you a reason to listen further. Firstly, I'd like to share with you that I've been a martial artist for 15 years, and through my training on the road to self-mastery, I've developed tremendous work ethic, discipline, as well as self-efficacy to have the ability to put my focus and energy into a task and see it through to the end. Now, in regards to social media marketing, I've actually had the privilege to be personally mentored by a person named Iman Gaji, who runs a 7-figure agency in London, and he's the person who really gave me my start with social media marketing and showed me how to get results from my own clients. In addition to Iman, I'm also mentored by a person named Quentin Chad, and he runs a multi-6-figure agency in Toronto, and he deals primarily with real estate agents, and he uses a cutting-edge method to get his clients unprecedented amounts of leads every month. And this is actually a method that he's taught me. He's passed this down to me so I can get the similar results, the same sorts of results from my own clients. And actually, later on in the video, I'm going to share with you a case study to go into some of the ways that I can get results for you. I also want to mention that I personally manage celebrity Instagram accounts. The first person I manage is Trezor Mahoro. He has multiple movies out on Netflix, and we're actually working together to grow his social media platform so he can do brand deals, as well as develop a digital program to teach people acting, as well as how to get into the movie industry. I also work with a person named Marcus Aurelio, who's a mixed martial artist fighter, and he's famous for his 20-second knockout video, which is actually something I'm probably sure you've seen over the years online. We work together to grow his Instagram profile. I also work with him to develop a digital program to teach people how to do martial arts and get into fighting virtually. And I also run paid traffic services for his studio to bring more people in every month. Now, the reason why I'm making this video for you is really simple. I want to work with you, and there's a few ways we can do this. The first is done-for-you services. First being paid traffic, where I come in, take over the digital marketing aspect of your business, primarily with Facebook advertising and funnel creation. The second would be social media management, where I come in, I manage your social media platforms to increase growth and brand message, and this is what's called the omnipresent strategy, where you're creating market resonance and getting leads passively just by putting out content. Now, the third would be consulting services, where I come in on a one-off or an ongoing basis to teach you or your team the strategies that I've learned and implement them in-house. Now, after you watch this video through to the end and you feel like this is something that you may want to go forward with, I'm actually going to leave the link to my digital scheduler so you can schedule a Zoom call with me at a time that's convenient for you. But what I'd like to do right now is share with you my screen to go into some of the strategies that we can implement to make you more money. So Sarah, I just want to give you this free audit before I move into some strategies and services that I offer to give you some free value and some minute things that you can implement to actually, convert people at a higher rate that come to your website in your Facebook page. So the very first thing I'd suggest you do is talk to your web developer or watch a video on YouTube on how to install a Facebook pixel. So essentially what this would be is a tracking pixel, a tracking cookie, and you're collecting data of the people who come to your website, and then you're able to remarket them, retarget them on Facebook ads. So even though you're not running the advertisements right now, having the pixel installed will increase the chances of your campaign being incredibly successful in the future because you've collected all this data from the pixel. Now, the other thing I would suggest you do is have your Facebook, instead of having it down here or here, having it somewhere up here so they can click on it right away. What that's going to do is increase engagement and increase your page likes, because every time someone's coming to your website, the likelihood of them going to your Facebook has increased because that icon would be there. One other thing is having having a lead gen magnet, which essentially is a pop-up message offering some sort of value, like a 10-step PDF on the top 10 tips for new home buyers in exchange for this person's information, so their email, their name, their phone number, so you can retarget them or plug that information into Facebook and market to them on Facebook. Now, so here we are on your Facebook. Now you've got some good page likes here. We can increase that. We can increase the engagement on here with a simple traffic ad, which would be something along these lines, but obviously with just you. And what this would do is increase trust and comfortability with people, and you target the mass audience in Vancouver and the Lower Mainland with this. And what that'll do is drive traffic back to your page. Depending on how good the actual content is. If it's really great, you're going to have tons of people coming back to your page, liking your page, engaging with your content, and then, you stack up content to be posting on Facebook. Now, in regards to advertisements, you're clearly not running ads right now, obviously. So what I'm going to do is pull up this here. The omnipresent strategy is related to that traffic ad that I just mentioned. The strategy that's actually most prevalent is number 2, which is paid traffic optimized for conversions at the lowest cost possible. And essentially what you're doing here is identifying buyers and sellers that are ready to buy or sell right away, setting up systems and processes so you can identify these people, and then also setting up systems and processes to identify and nurture people who are looking to buy or sell in the near future over a 6-month or 1-year period. The third strategy is social media management plus content creation. And this essentially would be, me taking over your social platforms, creating an Instagram for you, optimizing your Facebook, creating content that's going to go viral, and putting all this out there. But again, like I said, the most prevalent, the one that's going to make you the most money immediately or in the shortest amount of time, is number 2. And I hope you enjoyed this audit. I'm actually going to jump into another video explaining in further detail the second strategy here. So this slideshow will illustrate the actual process from A to Z for real estate lead acquisition. So it's a 7-step formula, and the very first step in this formula is identify a niche market to target with ads that goes deeper than just buyer or seller. So these niches may include looking to downsize or upsize, first-time home buyers, new construction, school districts, relocation, second home markets. So you identify a smaller niche so it's less broad when you're marketing on Facebook, and you're able to narrow the parameters of your preferences. So you're targeting one of these niche markets, so it's not broad. You're not just sending these ads out to the entire marketplace. You're pinpointing a select piece of the marketplace that you want to be showing these ads to increase conversion rate. So these are the 7 steps. The first one we went over: identify niche market. So first-time home buyers, condo buyers, single family, detached, etc. Second would be a Facebook ad. The third, landing page. 4th step is offer page, so that's the thank you page. The 5th step, immediate follow-up, so via text and email, so you, the real estate agent, can follow up with this lead immediately. So step 6, an email drip sequence. So over 6 months that we get started, I will set up 6 months worth of drip emails, a drip email sequence to send out to these leads and nurture them if they may not be ready to buy or sell immediately. We send out these emails to have that top of mind awareness. The 7th step is Facebook retargeting ads. So people who don't opt in for the landing, people who don't opt in at the landing page, or they go to the offer page but they don't actually follow through with the text message, and they don't get back to you, or they open their emails but they're not replying. We're able to retarget these people with different offers on Facebook ads. So the most powerful asset that Facebook advertising offers is the unprecedented level it enables users to target buyers. So basic targeting would include the location of your demographic, the age demographic, language. So if you're a real estate agent that speaks multiple languages, we can add those languages within the parameters of your search demographic, and you can target people who speak these languages. Next is advanced targeting. So this includes demographics, financial, income, and net worth. Demographics, homeowners, renters. Demographics, home value. So say we were targeting people who are looking to downsize or looking to move from their home. We can actually pinpoint within the demographics people who have lived in a home for 6 or more years. So these people are more likely to move. We can target people whose home value is over a certain amount. We can target people who are likely to move. We can target people who make over a certain amount of income a year. So we aren't showing these ads to people who aren't actually able to sell or rather buy. So the next bit of advanced targeting is residential profiles, home, and financial. So we can pinpoint people who are new movers, people who are recent home buyers, people who are renters. We can pinpoint people who have young adults who live in the home. So these are people who may be looking to downsize after their kids leave. So the second step in the formula is the Facebook ad offer. So first-time home buyer's guide, 10 ways to increase the value of your home, a seller's guide, or what works incredibly well is an IDX results page related to that target niche. So we develop an IDX page with search results in that page that we can give away as free value in this offer ad. And one of the incredible things, there's various tools that we can use for this IDX page, and they can update frequently. So they're getting notified every time this IDX page has a new home listed on this page, whatever the niche may be. So the third step is attracting high quality leads via Facebook advertising. So one thing that works really well is a carousel ad. So these ads allow you to showcase up to 10 different images and videos, including individual headlines and calls to action for each image. So you can show multiple value points on these advertisements. You can show the IDX results page. You can show your current listings. We can have an opt-in within the advertisement stating that they can sign up for the latest updates. So step 3.1 that's included to step 3 is split testing the advert and ad copy. So split testing is an essential component of any successful ad campaign. There are always unpredictable variables that need to be field tested before maximum results can occur. And the way that we do this is over a tool called Ad Espresso, which allows us to split test multiple variants at a single time. So we can split test 10 different images with different headlines, 10 different videos, whatever it may be, to find the winning ad, and then go into the metrics and see the ones that are working the best, and then scale from there and put the budget only into the ones that are working the best. So the fourth step is the landing page. Now, the purpose of having a landing page is to collect the lead's information in exchange for your value offer. So the landing page must be split tested as well to come up with the winning landing page that converts the best. So what's going to be required on this landing page is collecting the lead's first name, their email address, or their Facebook or Google account. So you have the option of having the lead opt in using their Facebook account or their Google account. Now, the phone number is optional. However, requiring the phone number will increase the likelihood of this lead actually becoming a client because you're able to develop that relationship with them via text message. The fifth step is the follow-up. So following up with a fresh lead immediately after they've opted in will significantly increase the likelihood serious buyers or sellers are identified and nurtured. So the purpose of the call should be to identify the lead's needs and offer value in any way possible. So step 6, email drip sequence. Following the opt-in, it's crucial the lead is nurtured with a carefully executed sequence of emails that offer value in some way to the prospect and are personable to stay top of mind. The emails would start off on a daily basis from the first week and then become less aggressive as the process moves on. So this is automated with a CRM. You can use whatever CRM you decide. So the emails have to sound like they've been written by you, even though they're automated. You offer value as well. You demonstrate your expertise in these emails. Also, you can include listing alerts as a secondary part to the drip email sequence. So every time you have a new listing, we can send it out to your entire CRM. So step 7 is retargeting ads. Remarketing done properly will bring in the highest ROI. Pretty much pennies on the dollar at this point. So target the people who didn't opt in the first time on your landing page. Target people who visited your website via Facebook Pixel, being there when prospects are ready to buy and sell, and retargeting with a different offer. So people who didn't take you up on the first offer, you can offer them a secondary offer that they may be more inclined to take you up on. So website, you have the Facebook Pixel installed so you can target with offer ads and then retarget to people who have visited your website. You also install the Pixel on the landing page so you can retarget with a different offer. And then with that audience that we've cultivated, who has shown interest in your market with you, who have maybe watched your video or taken you up on your ad offer, you're able to create a lookalike audience based on the data from that original audience and then retarget people with similar interests in a different area. So say we only target people in Vancouver, we are able to now target people in North Vancouver who share similar interests with that original audience, and then retarget those people as well. So now you're creating multiple audiences to target with these ads. Now here's the value ladder. So you start off with a free seller's guide, a free IDX page, whatever it may be, including the ad spend and the service fee. You are going to be losing money. You are paying money to acquire new leads. And then you may give them free advice or a free quote. This is also your time, so it's money. Now you're spending money to develop a relationship with these people, to cultivate new leads. But then at the end of it, because your commission is so high and the lifetime value of a client is so high, they're going to buy a house from you at some point. And this is where the money's made. Now you're making that ROI. If you identify sellers only, what's someone going to do when they sell their house? They're going to buy a new one. So now you're making double commission. So this is how the process works. You spend money to acquire new leads, and then you move them up the value ladder, and at the back end of the process is where you make all your money. So I hope this was informative. I hope it gave you insight as to how this process works and the value within it. Now, with this slideshow alone, you could be running your own ads in-house, but of course, it's better to have an expert do it so you're able to focus on what it is you do best, which is finding these people their dream homes. So in this presentation, I'd like to go over this case study from my mentor, Quentin Chad, who runs a multi-six-figure agency in Toronto. And he's given me permission to share this with you just to illustrate some of the results that are possible from this service. Now, it's a 7-step formula, and this formula he has taught me, he's passed this down to me to get my clients the same results. Now, just to give you some context, here's a screenshot of their ads account. His agency deals with roughly $250,000 worth of ad spend, which is money spent on Facebook advertising, just from the time they created this case study. Now, to prove to you that this isn't guessing games, that this method actually works, here's a screenshot that a client sent them right after closing a deal using this formula. Now, here's some examples of what the actual advertisements would look like on Facebook. There's some captivating ad copy, which entices the lead to divulge their information in return for some sort of value offer, which in this case was 7 things you should know before buying a house. Now, one of the really unique features of Facebook advertising is the Facebook native lead generation form, which allows prospects to simply put their information in the form without being redirected to a secondary landing page. And because Facebook already has a lot of this lead's information in their database, the lead usually only has to hit submit, which reduces a lot of friction on their end. Now, this is a screenshot of some results they got for their client. Out of $1,000 spent on ad spend, they were able to generate 451 qualified real estate leads at $2.38 per click and reach 25,000 people with this advertisement. That's 25,000 people now left with an impression of their client. The automation sequences. We set up automated text messages and emails, so when a new lead comes through, we automatically notify you via text message, so you're able to immediately follow up with this client, this potential client, And when that lead submits their information, we send out an automated email to them to deliver on our offer and offer additional value. And if they don't respond to that email or open it, we'll send them another one in 2 or 3 days, which leads us into 6 months worth of value-based emails. So it's important to understand that we're going to get you this lead, but they may not be ready to buy or sell immediately. So we're going to set up 6 months worth of automated emails to send out to these leads to nurture them until they're ready to buy. It's called an automated email drip sequence, which starts off really aggressive and then tapers off towards the middle. Here's the kicker. Here's some screenshots of the automated text messages that are sent out to leads and some replies that they got in return. Now, this strategy is actually something that you won't find with many other agencies out there. And it's something that skyrockets conversion rate, which in return skyrockets your ROI. Now, here are just some examples. This person texted in saying that his budget was $1.5 million for a house. Here's another person, $800K for a house. Budget under $1 million. $500K to $530K. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation of me diving into this case study. And I hope it gave you some insight as to the sorts of results that are possible with this 7-step formula.